I'm going to explain a little my process of creation of my electronic music. I think the first thing I had to deal with is the structure. What I knew till the moment I started is the linear composition. I'm starting to write music like I'm writing a book. It doesn't matter if it's on a score or if it's just use waveforms or MIDI instead of ink. And what I thought that electronic music is just a bunch of loops that I just put one on each other and then I take this one and then I put another one. You have a lot of freedom in this way and you can improvise a lot in live. But I miss this idea of a composition that exists inside the loops, but I wanted to know how can I put both of them together. I use Logic. I write the music like a producer, but I save some parts where I say to the computer, this part you are going to repeat itself. So it's actually, and I'm not using loops. I will talk about it later. What I do, it's like a linear composition. At a certain point, like in score, we write a bar line with 2 dots. So I'm taking a couple of bars and I say to the computer, now repeat this part.
And actually this is a score. Here we can see all the parts that's going to repeat itself. I can move every time I want to move from one part to another. And the colors.
Next step is, what do I do when I'm on stage? Like in all my concerts as a pianist, I know that I need to play the piano, but I wanted to search and to find something that will work much better with the aesthetic of the electronic music or EDM. So yes, I can play solos and I can play like nice piano on a beat, I can play pads, but it was not enough. I wanted to do something that works much better with the genre, and actually I will feel that I play. So I found 2 options. First options is Alchemy. Alchemy this is a VST that was created by Camel Audio, and I started to use it with Camel Audio, and luckily it was bought by Apple and it was improved in a way that thanks Apple. So actually this is the interface with Logic Remote. This is the interface of Alchemy. They gave this idea of 8 presets with morphing between the 8 presets. It's not only that you have 8 sounds, you have millions or thousands of all the different places that you can place this little thingy between all of them to make different sounds, and it morphs in a way that is very convincing, or not. But for me, moving this little rectangle is quite creative, because what I'm playing, I'm not playing with the pitch, I'm not playing with the rhythm, I'm playing with the timbre, with the color of the song.
For example, here. It's not only the color that changes, it's much other stuff thanks to Alchemy. The green means that in the left hand I'm using the left hand to control the color with the iPad, and on the right hand I'm playing on the keyboard. So here the MIDI is not pre-recorded. I do everything in live, playing the MIDI and controlling how it's going to sound.
The second idea that came to me, and it's drummer, Logic Drummer. And in Logic Drummer, what I can do, I can actually speak in live. I'm doing it live. I'm speaking to the machine, and I'm telling the machine play softer, play louder, something more complex. Now, I don't want you to play the bass drum. I want you to play the percussion, and it's something that I can do live, and I can create. I'm not only building different loops. I'm actually speaking or being a drummer.
I have here the drummer of this part, and on the iPad I see this Alchemy. I can put it for a second just for you to see, but then I will put the drummer again, and this is what it gives us.
I feel I'm playing, even though it's a computer, but it gives me the feeling that I'm playing. The last thing I'm doing, and it's just a small thing that it's very cool because it's a lot of DJs use the Lowcut as an instrument, and it became something that's very recognizable in EDM music. So I program one MIDI controller to be a Lowcut, and this is a way for me to just say I'm in the genre. I'm doing that also. A few days ago I had a concert with a saxophone player, and I tried to implicate what I learned in about Max MSP, but something much easier. For example, I control only the delay. So he plays, and I will decide which delay and how much and how long the feedback. Hey! Woo! Wah! 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 When I say that I'm controlling Alchemy with the iPad, actually with Logic Remote, I can program this to be almost whatever I want. So now, for example, what I did with the saxophone, this is the feedback, and this is the color of the delay, not of the source. So the public heard the source normally, but I controlled the delay. Another thing I use a pitch. I'm doing like a pitch shift of something that in the tonality, and I play with it. So actually I'm live, I'm using the source of it that it gives me, and I play. And when we rehearsed for this concert, he didn't know how to play with something like that. We actually, at the concert, we played together. He understood what I can do, and he gave me stuff to manipulate. When he wanted to do something else, I didn't manipulate it. I just gave him the stage, and it was a very was different échange between us, different give and take that I've never experienced before with other musicians in other contexts.